I want to try something.
Hello, my name is SUPERWAXX. I'm an artist, painter here in Washington, D.C. So I'm here with the Name Project to discuss the history or origin of my name. So the name SUPERWAXX actually started with my tagger name, which graffiti has a big influence in my work. As an artist, I went by the tagger name Wax when I was in my hometown of Richmond, Virginia. And I would just pretty much create artwork for personal purposes, just because I really love to create art. And when I started exhibiting in galleries or in a professional space about 3 or 4 years ago here in Washington, D.C., I added the additional word super just to kind of signify a couple of things. So my work is also hugely influenced by super flat art style, which was created, or the term was created by one of my creative heroes, Takashi Murakami, which is an art form that pretty much is inspired by Japanese manga and animation and anime. So it just kind of fit as well. Adding the super to wax just kind of signified my evolution, I guess you could say, as a artist and going into the art world and exhibiting in galleries. My mother named me. She was also, I guess, rather creative in a sense, in some ways, but I don't know a whole lot of the history on that because I am a foster child, I grew up a foster child, and I no longer have communication really with my biological mother. So I'm not quite sure exactly what inspired her to name me that. I can say that she was of Muslim faith, so that's how I got the last name, Abu Bakr. I do not practice the Muslim faith, which I have no issue with that at all, you know. The first name is actually French, which means beloved or loved one, is where Amiee came from. So regarding who named me, it was my biological mother, my birth mother. I think given my personal history as a foster child and kind of what I experienced growing up with my relationship with my biological mother, in a sense of being younger and wanting to be loved by my biological mother, but not necessarily receiving the love that I desired as a child, as any child would, from their mother. It's interesting that, you know, my name means loved one or beloved one, but I always felt like there was some sort of disconnect between me and my biological mother, you know, even growing up from being a very small child to, you know, teenage years and, you know, adult years. I definitely think it's shaped who I am in a way. I am a lover. I love people. You know, I love to relate to all sorts of people from different backgrounds, and having, you know, my name mean loved one. I don't know. I just hope that all through my experiences, I've tried not to allow that to hinder me from, you know, feeling loved, you know, by other resources. Well, of course, my artwork is my voice, you know, and the work that I create, you know, the subjects change, or, you know, what I may use as a muse or inspiration may change, but my work speaks to my identity in a sense of, example, like my work is heavily influenced by animation and, you know, cartoon styles or comics and things like that, because that's how I learned how to draw. And as a young girl growing up, I would sit in front of the television on Saturday mornings and with a piece of paper and just draw cartoons or pop in a VHS tape, record it, and then pause it, you know, and sit there and try to draw, you know, each frame of the animation. I also, as a young girl, watched a lot of PBS programming that taught you how to draw. So there was this television show called Imagination Station that would come on like every day after I got off from school, and I would just sit there and, like, you know, he would go over like how to draw like certain characters, or like he's like, oh, today we're gonna draw aliens, and, you know, that's how I learned. I never really went to art school. I never went to art college. So the work definitely ties into my identity through way back to, you know, my early childhood and kind of how I learned to draw and express myself. Also, you know, being a foster child and going to counseling, you know, that is a way that they would often have me express whatever I was feeling or going through, you know, drawing pictures, which, you know, even today, you know, they use that as therapy to help people when they're dealing with, you know, any sort of maybe traumatic things that they may be going through personally. I've been blessed to have all of these opportunities and experiences and have people connect with my work. I think that people are surprised, and they often say, even when I met a young woman for the first time last night, they're surprised at how humble I am. I think that they expect someone with a certain name or cool or whatever to carry themselves in a particular way and maybe have ego, a lot of ego, and that's not, you know, who I am. You know, I try to remain true to myself and make myself relatable to people. Some, not all, but some people do expect a certain sort of air around the name and around the hype or whatever that may come with people knowing you or you being more recognizable. Yeah, I'm all about being a people person and connecting with all sorts of people all around the globe, different backgrounds, ethnicities, genders, sexualities, all of that. So, yeah, for some people, I guess that with the name SUPERWAXX, they expect for me to, I don't know, be a little Kanye-y, I don't know, you know what I mean? Because some people, you know, do, with certain names, there comes a certain, like, they have different personalities maybe even, but for me, there's no, I'm the same person, and I just want to, I will continue being the same person. And the name is just, you know, part of, you know, what has turned into a brand, honestly speaking, you know. Yeah, so that's an answer to that.
Yeah.